How are you doing? I pretty much just want to go ahead and give my opinion on something that I've witnessed twice. What happened was it was this woman who had got on the bus and she didn't have enough money to pay for her disabled son. He was on crutches. But it wasn't just the fact that she didn't have the money, because there are a lot of times where some bus drivers will just let you go. But her attitude, she was very nasty in the way and how she was acting. She said, "Well, I don't have enough for my son," and she actually said it kind of nastier than that. But she said she didn't have enough. She told the bus driver, "I don't have enough for my son, this and that." And then he was like, "No." So she turned around and asked different people on the bus, can a couple of y'all pay chip in and pay for my son. But she didn't say it like that. She kind of seemed like a little entitled. She didn't even say please, and the truth of the matter is, a lot of us have been down before. We know what it feels like to be down. But so it's not that people can't relate. And I feel like now me personally, I'm not gonna lie, if I had the loose ones on me, I probably would have gave it for the little kid, because I don't feel like kids should have to suffer for the things that their guardians are doing or not doing. But I carry my card. That's how I swipe and I use a card or whatever. Yep, if you're in Philly, you know what I'm talking about. But what happened was, nobody pitched in. She kind of had an attitude the whole time, and it was like, and I was thinking to myself, I know other people got a little something that they could give, or a little something, but they chose not to. Okay. And it's like, every time we see somebody do something nice for somebody on the internet, somebody a little narrating voice to say, "Oh, this doesn't restore the humanity in the world. There's still nice people." But you know what? I think that they might not even have anything to do with it. I think that those people on the bus was turned off by how that lady was acting. Okay? There was even one time, now this is when I was a kid, this was years ago, because I am 41 years old. I just turned 41 not too long ago. And I think my mom went to go take me and my sister to see Criss Cross. This was a long time ago. They was kids too, of course. But I think I was even younger than them. But anyway, it was a lot of big kids there too. I'm talking like 16, 17 adults, whatever. And so what happened was, this lady, she had a disabled little girl with her. And the girl wasn't just paraplegic, because she was in a wheelchair. She wasn't just paraplegic, but she also had a mental disability. And the lady who was moving her through the crowd was so rude. She was hitting people. She literally was hitting people with the wheelchair and moving people out the way physically, and had an attitude. Fortunately for the child, nobody beat the living crap out of that lady for doing that. But there are people who would have. Okay? And when things happen, should somebody have done that, it would have just been a shame for that child. Because people need to get it out of their head that other people owe them something, even if they do have it. Okay? This woman was going through the crowd, she wasn't even saying excuse me. She was just pushing through the crowd, hitting people with the with the daggone chair. I was like, is this lady was crazy? But I was young at the time too. I had been about like 12 or whatever. But that stuff still goes on. You know, I still see people, you know, even like when I ride the bus sometimes, like I'll see people get on, and it'll be a woman. You're not even pregnant. You're not disabled or anything. And this lady literally had the nerve to say, all right, now who's going to give up their seat for me and let me sit down? It's like, you know, you too good to stand. You know what I mean? Like everybody else. Like, nobody has to get up for you. Nobody has to do anything. And on top of that, the condition of your child does not give you the right to be rude and demand things from people. It definitely does not give you the right to shove nobody. Okay? Had that had been me, I would have said to the bus driver, I'm having, a little bit of financial problems right now. I got to take, my son to school, or I got to take my son to get his checkup, or whatever they was going. And if he would say, no, I'm sorry, I can't, I would have politely asked for anybody in a very nice and calm voice, please, I'm a little down right now. If anybody can, just give me $2 or $3 so my son can get on the bus. I can't afford, I'm so sorry, I'm down right now. I would have said it like that. You know what I mean? You get what you attract, bees what honey? Is that what the saying is? I ain't from that generation, I don't know. But all I'm saying is, it's like, come on. Like, I feel like it is just a shame for that child, for that little boy. Because what I witnessed back then with the chair, that was then. But this is something that just happened. And I'm like, wow, really? And I'm not, like I said, I probably would have gave it if I carried cash on me. But it's like, at the same time, I understand why people didn't either. Like, you can't just go thinking that people owe you something. There was even one time when I was on a bus when I was a kid. This lady had got on with 2 kids. And she just paid for herself. And was ranting on the way back to the bus. And she was like, well, I'm not paying because I paid for them on the last bus. And this ain't right neither. And this is a shame for the kids. But the bus driver had, how they had that little microphone. They, excuse me, lady, you didn't pay for your children. And he kicked her and her kids off the bus. Having a nasty attitude is not going to get you anywhere. Even you would have a better chance of somebody helping you if you just simply say, sir, I'm hitting hard times right now. Things are kind of rough for me. I don't have enough. Can you please, do you think you cannot just get on? I mean, something. But to have a nasty attitude, and once again, she didn't even ask if she didn't explain anything, just put her stuff in and just took her kids to the back. And it was like, well, I'm not paying. And this was before he even said anything. And she said it loud. He was like, well, I ain't paying it because I paid on the last time. He kicked her right off that bus. And it was just a shame for the kids. What are your thoughts?